Today I'm showing you how to make this adorable Easter card that actually stands up on its own. No special base, no complicated folds. I'll walk you through how to create the egg shape, blend this bright rainbow background, and use one simple die to turn it into a freestanding card. Hi, I'm Sandy and welcome back to my channel. Okay, we're going to start off with two 4 1/4 by 5 1/2 pieces of hammermill white, and we are going to make the card base. I'm using distressed oxide inks today, crushed flamingo, salvage patina, carved pumpkin, mustard seed, and twisted citron, and using the blending tool for each one. So we're going to blend this whole panel and then we're going to cut it out with a egg-shaped die. So I'm starting with the pink, the flamingo, and you want to work on an angle so that you have kind of a nice angle going on your egg once you get it cut out. And I'm blending quite a bit of color in. I want it nice and deep. Okay, then we're switching over and we're going to the carved pumpkin, and I'm only going to do half of the strip of that, and then I'm going to take mustard seed and do the second. And you want to blend that right up to the pink, and then we'll come back with the pink afterwards and blend that edge together a little bit more, just like that. Okay, add a little bit more pink, just to really blend that in. Okay, so the next color is the twisted citron, and that's going to be our third strip across, and that's kind of almost corner to corner in the middle of the card. You don't need to be exact. I mean, you can pick whatever colors you want for your egg. I'm just trying to do these happy Easter kind of colors. Okay, so then the next color is the salvage patina. And then we're going to end up with pink again. And then when you overblend the pink over top of the salvage patina, you're going to end up with a little bit of purple. And most of that's going to be hidden behind the fence and the bunny, but it's kind of a cool color combination. So bringing that pink in, and you'll see as it overlaps on the blue, you get that nice purple. And then you want to go back and just add a little bit more ink and blend those lines together. I'm pulling it long ways now, just trying to add more color to the center. Okay, a little bit more orange, a little bit more yellow. And we're going to finish it off by adding a little bit more pink. Okay, so now we are going to take the basic shape nested dies from Simon Says Stamps, and we are going to die cut our 2 eggs. So I used the second from largest, and I cut one from the white panel and one from the colored panel. And now I'm going to show you how to turn this into a card. It's so quick and easy, you're going to love it. Place the back piece into your score buddy and score it at 1 inch. Okay. And then you're going to add 2 rows of red line tape. And I like to use red line because it's really nice and strong. So there is no chance this card is going to come apart. Okay. So 2 layers above where you scored. And then burnish them a little bit so that you can pick up that release paper nice and easy. Okay, then you're going to take your 2 pieces and you're going to pop them together so that they line up perfectly and squish them together at the top, and then bend that back panel at the score, and there you have a egg card. And they rock back and forth. It's kind of hard to keep them straight up and down. I did a little bit of splatter on this with some water just to activate the oxides. Okay, so do that. And then we're going to set this aside and let it dry while we do the rest of the pieces for our card. Okay, I'm using the garden fence die. This is a new one this month from Simon, and there's 2 panels in there. There's this background panel, and then you see all these little pickets that are popping out. These are the pickets that we're going to glue on top, and they have a really nice wood detail etched into them, so you don't have to do anything with them. They look like a real fence. They're very cool, and it's really easy to put this together. So you're just going to pop all those little panels out, and then you're going to grab your glue and you're just going to start layering these. So I'm just going to zoom in here a little bit so you can see a bit better. Okay, so I'm just adding some glue and adding one of the taller ones to this. And you're just going to work your way across and fill all of these in. It only takes a minute to glue them all together, and then you end up with this nice, and it's actually 2 layers of cardstock now, so it's nice and strong as well. Next, we're going to make the grass that goes along the bottom. And this is an older die set from Simon Says Stamps. It's called Grassy Edges. And I'm going to use the larger straight one at the bottom. And I cut it out of a piece of, what was it? It was green. I'll find out the name for you, and add it to my product links. Okay, so then that piece is going to go along the bottom. Next, we're going to build our little bunny, and this is the flower bunny, also new this month from Simon Says Stamps, and he's a little cutie. We're going to be using the flower that he's holding in his hand, and we're going to decorate behind him and around the fence as well. So this panel that I just put glue on, this goes behind his head and his ears. And then that allows you to do the inlays for his noses, his eyeballs, and the inside of his ears. Okay, and use the glue so that you have a couple of seconds to just adjust that and get it in there nice and tight. And now I'm going to switch over to Barely Art glue with the really, really fine tip, because I need to put just a tiny little bit of glue in where the eyes are going to go. Okay, and then use your placement tool to pop those little tiny pieces in, and then you're going to do the same thing with his little pink nose. This Place and Square embellishment wand is really handy for picking up those little pieces. It has a wax tip, and so the little pieces don't really stick to it, and they lay down again quite nicely. I use it all the time for doing this kind of thing. Okay, so then the same pink goes inside, and that's Cotton Candy. I know the name of that one. Isn't he sweet? Before we get to the flowers, I just want to show you a little tip. I cut my cardstock into strips like this, and then that way I can get all 4 of them onto the surface of my Platinum 6 and cut a whole bunch of pieces in different colors at the same time. It saves a whole bunch of work when you're die cutting. On to the flowers. I cut out 6 of the bases and 7 flowers. There's 3 pink, there's 2 blue, and there are 2 yellow, I believe, or 3 yellow. 2 yellow. So I'm just putting a little dab of glue onto in between the 2 petal pieces, and then for the center. And again, you can use the wand to pick these up and move these around. They're kind of fiddly, but you know, it goes together quite quickly. So all in all, start to finish, and including designing, this card took me about an hour. So it's not hard at all, and it doesn't take a lot of time. And I was kind of thinking that it might be a really fun card to make with the kids or the grandkids. It'd also be fun to give it to them. Okay, so we've got 1 flower that doesn't have a stem, and that's just kind of a fill-in at the bottom of the fence. Sort of almost underneath where we're going to be putting the sentiment. And then I'm just pointing out the flower centers. I did green centers for the yellow flowers, and then yellow centers for all of the rest of the flowers. Okay, just working our way through, and we're just going to finish these up. And then, of course, you want to attach them to their stems, and again, there's 1 spare yellow one that doesn't have a stem. Wait until you see how this all comes together and actually stands up. This is my favorite part. I've added 1/2 of a foam square on the back of each of the panels of the fence, and you're going to stand your egg up, and you're going to lay your fence up right against it and attach it. Just like that. Whew. And look at that. Stands up, doesn't rock. Won't fall over. Next, we're going to add the little bunny, and I've got those little, I'm going to add the grass first. Sorry, I forgot about the grass. Okay, so dab a whole bunch of glue on the back of that. Well, not a whole bunch. You don't want it dripping all over the place. And it goes along the bottom of the fence line, just like that. And there is an overhang, and I left it there. I thought it looked kind of cool. Okay, and that just further stabilizes the card. Speaking of drippy glue, I'm going to clean that up. Okay. Now we're ready to add the bunny. So the bunny has the same half foam squares that I used on the fence, and we're just going to line this little guy up over on the right hand side and press him down. And by using the foam, you're getting some depth, okay, and it's making the card more interesting. So now we're ready to add our flowers, and I have 1/4 of a piece of foam square on the back of the flower and on each of the leaves, and I'm just working my way down. I have already taken the release paper off of all of these, and I'm tucking 3 in down the right hand side, and then I'm going to start over on the left. The blue one's going to go behind the fence to add a little bit more depth to the picture, and then he's actually going to hold the yellow one. So I'm just going to tuck that leaf in behind his head and angle it out a little bit so it's farther across the card. And then the pink one is going to go down near the bottom. And I'm going to move that head in a little bit. And then we've got the yellow one just down in the grass. Isn't that sweet? I'm just loving how this card's turning out. Our final step is going to be to add the sentiments, and I really like these easy strips, Easter easy strips, and there's a whole bunch of different sentiments, and there's 2 different sizes, and I'm liking the smaller ones, and I'm looking for something playful, and I'm going to chop this side off. I'm actually going to cut a couple of them off because it's easier to go straight on when there's not something hanging there. And if you use nice long scissors like these ones, these are my Spellbinders No Stick, then you get a nice even cut because you're not stopping and, chomping up and down on them. Okay, so then I've got a couple of these half foam squares still there. I'm going to put 2 on the back of this little guy, and I'm going to attach them to the fence on the left-hand side of my card. You could put it up on the egg if you wanted to as well. I kind of wanted the egg to stand all on its own. I love that riot of color going on up there. Okay, and so here's 2 cards. The one on the left, I put the sentiment on the crossbar of the fence, and the one on the right, I put it down a little bit lower, and I think that stands out a little bit more. What do you think? Also, did you notice that there was 2 colors of pink flowers? I'm going to give away one of these cards. To enter, just leave me a comment below and let me know which one you like better, the light pink flowers or the dark pink. Make sure you subscribe so I can contact you if you win, and I'll draw a winner on March the 30th and leave the winner's name in the comments. I've added a link to my blog in the comments underneath this video. It will take you over to my blog post where there are details like cutting instructions, cardstock that you need, and a visual list of all the products that I've used today. If you enjoyed today's video, please consider giving me a thumbs up and sharing it with your friends. I would really appreciate your support. So thanks again, and we'll see you again soon with another card. And until then, check out these next 2 videos. I think you might like them.